Well, let's move on to some other news now, and it's confirmed Afghanistan will have a unity government today. Afghanistan President Ashraf Ghani and his rival Abdullah Abdullah signed a power-sharing deal, and according to the deal, Dr. Abdullah will lead the National Reconciliation High Council and members of his team will be included in the cabinet. The deal puts an end to the months-long political stalemate. Ashraf Ghani's spokesperson has also said that the government formation was announced on Twitter, and remember Ghani's former rival Abdullah Abdullah had disputed the results of the September presidential elections last year, and earlier this year he announced the formation of a parallel government undermining Ghani's administration just as the United States was trying to advance a peace process with the Taliban to end Afghanistan's 19-year war. In fact, there were two separate oath-taking ceremonies taking place simultaneously in Afghanistan just a few months ago, one of Ghani and the other of Abdullah Abdullah. And we're being joined now by our Kabul correspondent Mustafa Kazemi for the very latest on this. And Mustafa, now, what's the agreement between these two sides and who is benefiting more from it, do you think?
Political skirmish and deadlock that actually increased and raised international stress and tensions about what would happen in Afghanistan and the future of the political administration of Afghanistan. The two leaders came to an agreement today. It was rumored that it would be happening in the past week, but it happened today, and just a few minutes ago we had the confirmation that it was signed, the agreement between Dr. Abdullah and Dr. Ghani, and it was confirmed that now officially the political deadlock between the two leaders in Afghanistan has ended. Dr. Abdullah is going to be taking 50% of the cabinet ministers. He will be introducing those ministers, and the remaining 50% by Dr. Ghani. He is appointed as the chief, or actually, how is it put on the paper, is the State Ministry for Peace and Reconciliation, and he will be appointing governors as well, nearly 50% of the government, as they're calling it, a government of reconciliation.
Right, but Mustafa, it seems that there are legal challenges that exist in this agreement, with many lawmakers believing that this agreement itself is unconstitutional.
We have spoken to several lawmakers, and they have stressed intensely that major parts of this agreement is entirely unconstitutional, especially division of power, introduction of ministers and governors, provincial governors, that would be taking place on a 50-50 basis between Dr. Abdullah and Dr. Ghani. And that is what there's no item or clause about that to allow it or legalize it in the Afghan constitution. Furthermore, the lawmakers say that there should be a mechanism to at least try to regularize some of these clauses that have taken place and have agreed upon between the two leaders. But overall, they're saying, we have spoken to a few of them, they say that despite the fact that the constitution of Afghanistan is violated, just the fact that there's an end to the political deadlock and that Afghanistan is finally going to get back to a political track, and that it will not lose international support at such critical time, is what matters and is most important. And they emphasize and ascertain that there will be, and they hope there will be and should be, a mechanism to either regularize the clauses of this agreement which are against the Constitution, or try to change or moderate or amend it during the course of time.